That tentacle is just an extension of this thing. If the stories are true, it would be unstoppable.
We must focus all our efforts on it. We must test its defenses to find a way to destroy it. Attack! It's trying to protect itself. Carve through those wretched creatures. How can it produce endless numbers of those vile things?
Desperation, brother. It is finally beginning to know fear.
I don't believe that thing can feel fear, but perhaps it can feel pain.
Havia, there seems to be some kind of armor shielding the thing's hide.
Then it must be protecting something vital. Target the carapace. Part of its armor.
Then why does it not fall?
The armor must have been to protect those strange saps. Our work is not over yet, brother.
Get rid of those distracting tentacles. They're protecting the beast. We must be doing something right for it to fight with such ferocity. Destroy those sacks. We will see this thing fall today, or we'll die trying.
Focus all firepower on those sacks. They can pay for our losses.
Beam cannon researched.
You dare attack me?
Adjust your mask. Battle awaits. Moving. Leader power ready. Ready to crush the enemy.
Reporting for duty.
You go first. I am immovable.
Face the wrath of my ring.
I'm under fire from...
Marauder prepped and ready.
Leader power ready. Infantry level 3 researched.
Marauder here. Where do you need us? Soviet. Ready for battle. Marauder receiving fire from it.
Fortified level 1 researched.
The enemy has prepared you for rapidly.
Local units.
They will bring upon us.
Grenadiers and local units.
Afford me.
Upgrade complete. Local units.
I would not be bound by the likes of you. Dare attack me? Where can we fill up?
My juggernaut will leave nothing here. Ready to take the lead. Almost too easy.
Pavel does not fall so easily.
We're taking enemy fire. Range ready to wreck.
Local units. I think it's having an effect.
Don't take any chances. Keep hitting it.
Ha! I think it's flinching.
Be on guard. We must be prepared for anything.
Aim at that thing in the center. It must fall.
Forerunners! The sentinels you released earlier. They're joining in the attack. We were right. They must sense where that thing can be hurt.
It is working. We're killing it.
At last, I began to fear it was unstoppable.
Local units.
The enemy has targeted us.
Leader point earned. Upgrade complete.
We're taking enemy fire.
Local units. Has retreated.
But it's not finished yet. Look, it's releasing more flood. Fall back. We must not waste troops battling those flood forms. I've marked new potential locations for an extra turret. Get one constructed now. On the way. Making my approach.
At least with its tentacles retracted, we can move about more freely.
Give us more sites on which to build a turret. Quickly, troops. are in sight. Get one constructed quickly. They will fall quickly.
Can anyone help me? Focus is under attack!
Sun incoming! Protect our turrets! We must not lose them!
You heard Pavium. This may be our last chance to kill that thing. Mini base complete.
Turret ready. I need eyes on the target.
As you wish.
Power extractor constructed. Turret complete. Turret complete.
Why are they picking?
Targeting Proto-Gravemind.
Fire! Drive it out!
Confirmed hit. It's working. It rises.
Zikine research. What does it take to kill this thing?
Stay strong, brother. We know how to wound it now. We must keep going.
Time to show the mettle of the Banished troops. Put that monstrosity down.
It's trying to stop us with more of its vile offspring. Send in our heavy units to break its shell. It must fall.
Hit the armored carapace. Crack it wide open. Local units.
Fight soon enough.
Leader power ready.
Under attack from air units.
I'm under fire!
Just like the old days.
Fortified level 3. Researched.
The enemy attacks!
An easy task.
Leader point earned.
I am under fire!
Keep a watch on the enemy.
Upgrade complete.
Marauder under fire. We're being attacked by enemies.
Right here.
Marauder receiving fire from enemies.
Chopper hungry for blood. Leader power ready.
Is that me?
Marauder ready for battle. Chopper ready to step. Ready to roll. Is that it? Easy. Local units. Leader power ready. Local units. We're taking enemy fire. Vehicle level 2 researched. Local units.
Bring upon us. Prepare to salvage their armor. This won't take long.
I'll get up for this.
I will hold the line.
Chopper reporting for battle.
Do this quickly.
Our foes are targeted. I'm hungry for blood.
Fabio does not fall so easily.
Chopper hungry for blood. Local units.
You must not be surprised.
I'm under fire!
They cannot move against us. The Carapace is destroyed. Now's our chance. Target those sacks. Don't let those tentacles hit you.
We've broken through its armor. Shoot the sacks and make it bleed.
Let's do this quickly. Aim for this outreach.
Local units. Get moving.
I am immovable.
back out.
Infantry, take the time to heal wounds and build another turret. We will need all the firepower we can get.
The enemy is targeting us.
Flanks. Out of my way! Fabian does not fall so easily.
Pay attention. Move out.
We're being attacked by enemies.
They're attacking us.
We're nearing the turret site. Get one constructed quickly.
We're under fire. Take out the pathetic worm. Local units. Leader power ready. The wretches are braver than I thought. They're looking for a fight. Leader power ready.
Don't let the flood destroy a single turret. We need every one of them to hurt that thing.
Protect our turrets, fools. If we lose them, we'll never force that thing out. Mini base complete.
Turret ready. Where is my target? Who do we have?
Discipline, Pathfinders. On my way.
Take them out before they get too close.
So they want to fight, eh?
Round out. Target acquired. Firing.
Boundary constructed.
Target hit.
The flood are relentless. Next time, remind me to bring more troops.
Next time, listen to my warnings if we won't have to.
Atriox will be impressed with our prowess if we survive this pathium.
Then we'll just need to survive Atriox.
Local units. Our base is under attack.
The enemy has sent air units to harass me.
Great reporting.
Keep a watch from the enemy.
Leader point earned.
Where shall I go?
Our base is under attack.
Nothing will stop my advance. Moving out. Wraith ready to wreck.
Show caution. Watch out! More flood incoming!
Send all you can, monster. We will cut them all down.
Break through its armor! We will end that monster if we have to pry it out of its shell!
I want to hear it crack. Leader power ready. Our base is under attack. Armor!
So they want to fight, eh? I will. Thank you for my approach. I am under fire!
Turret improved. Turret improved.
Pay for this outrage.
Just like the old days!
Turret improved.
What must I crush today? They try and pierce my armor? If you want it.
Vehicle level 3 researched.
I will not be buried by the light
Ready!
here.
Let's go!
Marauder reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete.
Ready to hit run. Pavium does not fall so easily. Marauder team ready to go. This won't take long. Preparing for that. Marauder ready to engage. Marauder under fire. The enemy has targeted us.
You want something demolished?
Marauder receiving fire from enemies.
Ready to crush the enemy. I will do it. I
Marauder under
I'm
fire.
hungry for new victims. On my way.
Focus on the field.
The enemy attacks!
I am immovable. Its sets are exposed. Target them. Target the tentacles. Keep out of their reach.
Destroy those sacks. Teach it what happens when it crosses the Banished.
Just like the old days!
Local units. Augmented Harvester upgrade complete.
We're taking enemy fire.
Local units.
They will upon us. We're being attacked by enemies.
Local units.
Fights.
Local units.
We're taking enemy fire. We're being attacked.
Local units. Local units. Our base is under attack.
another turret built. It must be close to reaching Gravemind state now, and this may be our last chance. See to the injured and replace any lost troops while that turret is being built. A turret site. We must take advantage of it and build one now. Flood incoming! Protect our turrets! We must not lose them!
Yawn. Moving to position.
Our base is under attack.
Marauder receiving fire from enemies!
Mini base complete.
Locked on and firing!
Show us our victims!
Locust is under attack! Send help!
Confirm hits from all turrets!
We must be close now. How much more punishment can that thing take?
As much as we can deal out, it seems. We may need to hit it with something even more powerful.
Another flood wave. Stand fast.
Aim at the armor to expose the sacks. No armor exists that Fabium has not broken.
Blast through that armor. The fools dare to attack me. Our base is under attack.
They try and
Apex constructed.
Marauder ready for battle!
Enemy super unit destroyed. Is that the best you can do? Turret constructed. Turret constructed.
The enemy attacks!
Locust reporting for demolition duty.
We're taking enemy fire!
Harvester constructed. Local units.
Locust.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
Its armor has fallen. Target the sacks underneath. Keep those ground troops moving. They'll be crushed by the tentacles.
By day!
Destroy those sacks. Spare nothing.
The enemy attack!
Air level 3 researched.
Banshee! Ready, We're blasting it, but it's resisting!
Havium, that thing has grown too strong. Our turrets aren't enough anymore. We need more firepower.
I was afraid of this, but I think I have the answer. I've detected a damaged Sentinel lock nearby. If we cleanse it of the flood filth, it should call in Sentinel reinforcements.
Get to it, troops! Cleanse that lock while we still can. I will easily tear through them.
Leave me alone!
Banshee in the war zone.
Can anyone help me?
receiving fire from enemies!
Preparing plasma cannon. Approaching.
Turret ready. I need eyes on the target. Marauder under fire! We're taking enemy fire! We'll keep firing until there's nothing left!
Ha! It barely stings.
So, it is a fight they desire.
Leader power ready. The lock is clear, Pantheon. Has it worked?
I'm detecting something very powerful on the way now, brother.
A retriever! You do not disappoint me, Pantheon.
Now we shall see how strong that thing is.
Our base is under attack. Local units. I need new trophies.
Marauder here. Where do you need us?
Burn!
It's working!
Just like the old days.
It has increased its attacks! It's getting desperate!
Let's show this thing Jirohane rage, brother.
Fight with all we have!
They try and pierce my armor.
I'm under fire! Local units. Be quick. They dare fire upon me! We did it! We've beaten it back, brother. Atriox will be pleased.
I don't think pleased is the right word, brother. Atriox will arrive soon. He may not be as merciful as the Flood.
Secure the breach. Clean up your mess. I will be waiting for you when you are done. As it should be.
Unlike the Operation Spearbreaker DLC, Awaken the Nightmare only has one boss fight, even though this is 343 Industries' big budget DLC pack of 5 hours and 5 missions. Kind of a weird decision, but whatever. The Proto-Gravemind was a ridiculously big boss fight, basically a giant level-sized creature that takes forever to kill, which works in a real-time strategy game because it gives the player a lot of very involved and puzzling gameplay to figure out how to kill the Proto-Gravemind in the fastest way that you can. However, there are issues with this entire level design that do undercut what could have been a really great boss fight for a strategy game. The first and most important is that the entire level gets randomly cut off by the Proto-Gravemind and his impenetrable tentacles, leaving the player only with micro bases to actually build units to try and defeat the Proto-Gravemind. This is on top of having to deal with superpowered Flood, regular Flood armies, and smaller tentacles that can smash up your entire units. There's not a lot you can do with micro bases to actually make up that shortfall in your power base, which makes this game kind of a dickhead because there is very little you can do to get your main base units over to the other sides of the level to actually help out, meaning that you're kind of screwed right at the end of the game for really no reason. And considering that this boss fight was a creative assembly product, it is a really weird lapse in their usual quality standards to actually say all of this and have it be true. I suppose the only other negative is the limited vulnerability of the Proto-Gravemind, in that you have to break his shield, smash all the eggs in its body, and do all of this 4 times to actually open up his center weak spot and defeat the Proto-Gravemind, which is going to, if this didn't go well for the Banished, was going to fully evolve and then take control of the newly revived Flood threat on the Ark, which would eventually kill off the humans and the Banished that were on the Ark, re-establish a base of contact, and then use that to prevent any Halo rings from firing. This could have had a lot of potential story-wise, but the Proto-Gravemind is treated more of just like a giant beast that has to be put down in order to stop the Flood threat, even though the Flood threat without the Proto-Gravemind is still going to be a zombie threat, capable enough to take down Atriox's entire military buildup here on the Ark. While I did say that the Proto-Gravemind boss fight was long and involved, the problem is that it's too long. It takes forever, and considering that you constantly have to cycle through units with your micro bases because they can't produce units fast enough to constantly replenish what you need to actually take on the Proto-Gravemind, it becomes a very dull slog through multiple health bars that could have been alleviated by just cutting content. This isn't a boss fight that needed to be a half hour long. I mean, you could have still had it at the end of a level, but the entire level did not need to be the Proto-Gravemind. There are things you could have done to cut stuff and stuff that you didn't really need so that the level itself did not become dull as dirt. You know, add in some more narrative, add in some more phases, cut the level down, make it more explorative, more of fighting a standing army instead of a constantly reviving one. And these are all just ideas that are coming off of the top of my head. And I think that a company so engrossed in strategy design as Creative Assembly could have picked something and just gone with it to make a better level. The Proto-Gravemind here is not a good finish off for the Awaken the Nightmare DLC, which did cost the player $20 to actually experience. is not the worst boss fight in the world, it just takes forever and isn't really as satisfying as the game thinks it is. It's not the good final set piece that this DLC needed, and ending it on a, kinda, sorta, we totally can handle the flood threat is both completely wrong and not an actual tie up all of the loose ends endings, which makes it very subpar. Which is a real shame because this DLC had the most potential out of anything that 343 did with Halo Wars 2. It was the most interesting, it was the one that had the most stakes to actually continue the narrative of Halo Wars 2, the Banished and the Humans war and shit. But they didn't stick the landing, and there's very little you can do to fix that. At least we got to enjoy the other levels in the game, but spending an hour on this, not really worth it, guys.